This is Jump and Shoot playing Winnie the Pooh, a Triple X parody because it's public domain now, and I am very cold. Actually, that's a lie. It's fucking starting to get hot now. Wow, I can't even start a video in like the first. You guys, you can't swear in the first fucking 5 minutes, or else the big YouTube guy will take away your money that I'm not making money off of anyway. So, I've been paying attention to the indie space for Pokemon likes. I was looking at Cassette Beasts for a long time, and then it finally came out. But before that, I watched the Escapist video on Koromon, which is an indie game that's made to look like, to give you the feel of playing in an older Pokemon game, which is cool. Or I mean, I say that now, but I'll have to say something later. And there's a lot of similar games like that. There's Nexomon, Koromon, there's Temtem. Is there anything else I'm forgetting? At least like the big name ones. Those are the ones that we think of when we think of indie Pokemon likes. And now it's not Pokemon like, it's like a monster catching genre. Like Pokemon invented it. Other games have done that, like Digimon. The Digimon games are like different though. I wouldn't call them, or monster raising. Let's say that there was Monster Hunter, not Monster Hunter, Monster Rancher. Pokemon, of course, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh, kind of. It's more focused on the actual card game aspect rather than treating the monsters as like your friends or whatever. But yeah, I saw the long showcase video on Koromon, and I kind of realized something. Like Koromon, Nexomon, and even Cassette Beasts, they all try to go for the top-down chibi style sprite stuff, and the sprite work is nice. And I think in a Koromon, at least, they do the sprite work in that the battle animation, the what do you call them? The Koromon. The Koromons are animated kind of like how they are in Black 2 or in Gen 5. Like, it's very dynamic in how they are on the screen. But I don't know. I feel like we're going back a bit here. It's like Pokemon's come a long way, of course. Like after this game, they started doing 3D and moving on and trying to look better visually. I would say like they're still trying to look better visually, but they go away from the chibi style and try to make everything look grander, and I think that's cooler. And those 3 games in particular are trying to emulate like an era of Pokemon, a specific era of Pokemon for nostalgia, instead of like take the concept and make it look like a new thing. And I know they're indie games, but like, and that's what indie games do sometimes. They know exactly what they want to be, so they go do that. It's kind of like Bug Fables, clearly inspired by Paper Mario, and it's designed to look like that so that people who like Paper Mario would be like, oh, I do remember Paper Mario. Since they're not gonna make one like I like them anymore, I'll look to what the indie people are doing. So what are you doing? They're getting tougher. Vendetta, take care of the others. I already fought that guy over there. I mean, there's nobody else. I guess I go this way. Yeah. So I'm kind of less impressed that they just try to copy the exact like era of Pokemon that it was. You can leave the city and do whatever you want, but I need to help this old man. We're supposed to go up? Like, what do you want from me? I see. And well, I do like Gen 4 and 5. Like, this is not what I want to see what the new people are making. You know, all I can do is look at these and go, okay, good job. You made it look like the old games, and some of them have their own spin on it. Like, I don't think Nexomon uses traditional typings. No, Koromon uses like the traditional typings that you would see in like Pokemon, and then in Cassette Beast is, pun intended, a different beast altogether. Oh shit. Where you actually, I thought you were catching them, and the Pokeballs, the cassettes were like the Pokeball equivalent. But what you actually do is, the cassette is like a music player, and you use the radio waves to turn into the creature that you collected, in quotations. So then, you're a trainer, quote unquote, and you turn into the monster. I know it just wasn't what I was expecting, like, at all. And well, that's good. But I'm now interested in it less, because I like amassing a team of things and going from there. But all of those still fall into like the same chibi sprite thing that I feel like I personally moved on from. I don't need to see like Pokemon get like realistic at all, but I did like when they transitioned to 3D and started becoming like how they were in like Pokemon Stadium and like Battle Revolution. Like, that's the best example. Or Pokemon Coliseum too, no. But Battle Revolution was like the best example I can think of, where like they took the handheld experience and made it like so much like grander on screen. Like, people complain about the battle animations taking too long and stuff, but like that's what you do with like that big of a scale. Like Pokemon transition to 3D on the 3DS also, but those still feel like held back. Like, the cameras aren't as smooth, and they don't zoom out as far, and they still do like that fixed perspective sometimes, and the battle animations have to be simplified because it's a handheld system. So they're still delivering that pocket experience, but in like games like Coliseum and Battle Revolution, everything just looks so much cooler. So when I look at these indie games, I'm like, this is kind of taking the genre, what's the word, setting it back a bit, visually anyway. So yeah, and I know Temtem is kind of doing that. Temtem looks like if the other Koromon Nexomon games kind of tried to do their own 3D game and, you know, increase the scale of it visually better. But I think I like the designs of the monsters less in Temtem. Also, I don't care about the MMO aspects. I don't need that. And I already said this before, I don't need shit like Power World. Power World is like going too hard in the other direction, or like, oh, we need to update this monster collecting thing with like action and guns and just bullshit. And the designs of those are like blatant ripoffs of like actual Pokemon. Like, it's like they took to, you know what they do? They took like the design of like Lucario and Electivire and just like combined them into one thing, and it's like super obvious where those like assets came from. What do you want me to do? I killed everybody. I'm just gonna leave the city. How about that? And everything's fine. A trainer from Aspersha City challenged and successfully beat Drayden. Oh, that was me. And oh shit, this is bad. I actually can't. Oh, I can leave if I go around. And I do this. Wow, they actually made this like more of a platformer. There. Oh fuck. So yeah, I wish I was more impressed with the indie Pokemon likes, but I don't know. I'm still want to know what Dokkaebi is like. Like I don't know that I've heard nothing about that one. Like ever since the whatever it was, the E3 trailer teaser came out for it. Like, and that's gonna be. It looks like it's gonna be more of a platformer with monster collecting. It actually reminds me of Dream Drop Distance. That's what kind of that game looks like. Is where you have the Pokemon things, but they also fight alongside you and stuff. And you're a kid and you do kid things, but then they showed them like dancing, and it was really juvenile, and I was like, oh, I feel less excited about this. They showed this like weird little concert thing with like mocap, and I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know what you're going for anymore. So yeah, I'm not as enthused, but I still want to know how that game is gonna play. It might be a thing that's like just not even part of it, like the weird dancing crap. And there might be an actual, and like the game looks fucking good. Maybe they're taking more time to optimize it for like PS5 era consoles and PC specs. I don't know, but I'm more hopeful for that, whatever that's going to be. But yeah. When does this stupid thing evolve? Christ. So I don't think I'm supposed to leave. I should probably go back. Okay, I get that the breeders, you could refight them, but like they should have like a daytime reset. Or they should reset every day, not like every time you leave the damn screen, because you have to fight them again just on the way back. God, that's a problem with this one. This asshole was hiding right here. Jesus. Like, I couldn't see him. Anyway, yeah. Making him look retro, I guess now, sprite work top down is considered retro now. And that's making me feel kind of old, but yeah, I don't know, I'm not really impressed that much. And you know, with a game like Bug Fables, there's something to appreciate about like a game trying to look like the N64 era too. Because, you know, I think the go-to for a lot of indie games is like pixel art 8-bit. It's like, dude, can we not? We don't have to do this all the time. Like, they're all trying to make it look like an NES game. And that's fine. Again, I know that means they know exactly what they're going for, and then the exact feel what they want. It's just too much, like, all the time. My only exception is Dead Cells. That game has beautiful pixel art, and it's not made to look like an old game. Is the difference? Okay, so does that mean that's everybody? Can I fucking stop doing this now? Okay. The only one left is Zinzalin the Seven Sages. Where could he be? Is he going to the Pokemon gym? I didn't see anybody there when I was there. There he is, the big man himself. Everybody is the big man. Big man, really, really big man. Pokemon. So you wanna be a big man, a Pokemon. I actually had an argument, or not an argument, but like, one of my mutuals on Twitter was complaining about how Bug Fables looks like an old N64 game, and it's ripping off Paper Mario. And like me and like 3 other people replied with, "That's exactly what they were going for, though." It's made to look like a game people who liked Paper Mario would play. You know, it was made by fans of that game, so it's not like ripping it off, you know. And he's like, "I know, but it just looks dumb." I'm like, God, this guy that we're on mutuals is very nihilistic about everything, and it's really fucking annoying. Just like whenever people are excited about something, he just goes, "What's the point of wasting all this energy being excited for something you don't even know about?" Like just fucking shut up. You're wasting your own energy complaining about people wasting their energy. Like fucking shut the fuck up. I hate that kind of shit, you know. I was in a Discord call with somebody talking about that specific kind of behavior, and they were like, you know, the only thing worse than not engaging with something, a piece of media, is like actively shutting down any excitement for it at all because you're an asshole. It's like it's pure apathy towards just things. It's like, fucking, we don't need your input. Shut up. But yeah, I want to see an indie Pokemon monster collecting game do cool things and not try to look like an old game. Temtem could be that, but I just don't like how it looks visually. Powerworld is stupid, and again, Dokevi, I'm trying to pay attention to. Anyway, we got cool shit happening. Shadow Triad, as we suspected, the hiding place was in the gym. Well thought out. If Drayden isn't there, then we can't get in. If he is here, then he's the strongest guard we could possibly face. It's also explains why the gym was remodeled. Does it? I mean, every gym in this sequel is remodeled, so whatever. Whatever. Yeah, whatever. The D&I splicers are in our hands now. It's beyond my imagination to think you used one of the 7 stages to find out where the splicers were. Now you know that. We accomplish our goals no matter the cost. Sorry, I kind of have a cough. We don't have the ability to captivate the hearts of others like Nord-N does. Instead, we will bend people to our will with brute force. And that's why they're Neo Team Plasma. The old Team Plasma was like charismatic, how psychotic they were in their ambitions. Neo Team Plasma is like doubling down. Like, well, we're not really saving Pokemon. We're just kind of crazy. And you know what? What else can you really ask for an evil team in a video Pokemon game? I want to know about the Shadow Triad. There's a lot of like reoccurring characters in Pokemon. Like there's Looker, Cynthia. There's the International Police Squad that Looker works for, and there's Annabelle, who also is from there in 7th gen. And there's also like those 2 people from 6th gen that I completely forgot about. They become like extra boss characters in Sun and Moon, but Dexio and the other girl, I forgot her name. But yeah, we never see the Shadow Triad appear again. So what's up with that? Fuck, I don't know where they want me to go. Can I go up now to their ship? Let's see. Nope, can't go that way. And except for maybe like the Pokemon selection, this game is still holding up very well. I'm just having trouble getting good team composition. Okay, wait, what? They don't seem to be in this area. However, they can hide their presence, so be on guard. What does that mean? Do I just leave the area? I complain about it being cryptic, and the guy's right here.
You don't really think you're gonna take that day and I spice it back, do you?
This guy's different. He sounds weird. PZ for Pokiza. And look at their battle like entrance. It's like sick. He just kind of like warps in like a fucking ninja. And the music's still good. You know, gosh, playing this is like a breath of fresh air after playing Scarlet and Violet. Like, man. And you know, I don't mind the organicness of the modern games. Like the whole like having Pokemon visible on the field. And instead of like running through the grass, like that's fine and everything, but God, I miss linearity. You know, the game has a problem with just direction. Like it's one of the, it's just open world games in general that I'm kind of not appreciating anymore. Is that like there's not an order to anything. So it doesn't, you kind of crafting your own adventure, and that's the whole point of it, but I like having direction. I was going to talk about this when I'm talking about, I played through Tears of the Kingdom again recently, but like, the open world format just encourages like the ADD, it just brings it out of people, just being like, oh, look at all these things for me to do, oh, I can go to this gym. Okay, I'm gonna go to this gym. Oh wait, there's a Pokemon over there. Or there's an item over there. Or there's a quest over here. Or this over there. It's like just constant distractions that you don't really get in like a linear game. And it's linear with an asterisk. Like there's like parts like this where you're impeded, or you have to do this kind of thing before you can go back to exploring the region again. But like everything, I don't like when things are just kind of like open-ended as much anymore. I just feel like the genre of the I don't know if it's like a genre, but like the feature / mechanic of open world is just becoming too saturated in every game I play. And like I tried going back to play Nier Automata actually, and it was almost the same shit. It's just a lot of what you do are quests, and I'm trying to like find things, but the map is terrible, and I don't like running into things I'm too weak for. So I wish it was just like location based. Or you clear an area, and then after you beat that area, it's on to the next like zone. But I don't like that feeling of not knowing if I'm leveled up enough to be just exploring. It's like I think I'm like level 20, and I try to go like off the beaten path a little bit and try to do extra stuff, and then I keep getting killed by stuff. And I'm like, okay, am I not supposed to be here? It's like it just feels like you're not supposed to be anywhere because of the level. And it's kind of like that in Scarlet and Violet. Fuck, I forgot what I was doing already. Can I go up now? No. Okay, we actually have to go all the way to the new city, Himalao. It sounds like Himalaya, but it's like not. And that's the joke, as the strong guy from The Simpsons would say. And it's not like it gets the idea of like side content other than the main story. It's just I don't know. I don't like the you can do anything you want in any order. It's great. It's just okay. I need a little bit of structure, because in that kind of setup, if you try to go to the main story like straight, you won't be very strong enough. There'll be like a cutoff point where you're like, okay, I need to start doing some of the side stuff to, you know, catch myself up experience wise. And in Pokemon, it's like blatantly clear you're not supposed to be somewhere because of the leveling system, because of the leveling in some areas. I think I said this before when I talked about it, but like there'll be a gym leader when you start the gym leader quest line. Like, the one closest to you is like the one you should be going to, and then like that has the appropriate like levels for you for the first time. But if you're like, okay, my first one is gonna be all the way over here, you get there and then they have like level 45 people, and you don't have that. And it's like, oh, so you have to go to the next gym until you find the one that has like the level range you're at. So there is technically an order, or you can spend like so much time grinding and not doing the main like gym leader quest until you can beat that one. And then if you try to go back to beat like the weaker ones, it's just there's no challenge anymore. Like the gym battle should have scaled with you, or it should have been like increasingly difficult in whatever order you pick. I'm not supposed to go this way, but I want to see what Pokemon are in this route before I start doing stuff. Delcatty, huh? And in Zelda, it's a little bit different because there's no level, but you do need hearts to do things, and there's a pretty good range of like the difficulty of enemies you fight. Like there's the harder enemies are, you can tell by their color. So there's like red, which is like basic, blue, which is like a little bit tougher, and then I think it's black, then white, and then gold, and then silver. Like those are like the higher difficulty enemies. There's a kind of like a mix in every road, in every like path you go down. There's just like a mix like of all of them. A Drifblim, could I use a Drifblim? There is a ghost type gym leader, but I already have a dark type, so I don't need it. And yeah, and speaking of other Zelda games, like I like the side quests in Skyward Sword a lot. And kind of because the main quest is dumb. You're supposed to be getting something to make Fi more powerful and become the Skyward Sword. It's because it's before the Master Sword existed, because it's Zelda's. It's like Link 0, and then oh shit. And then you have to fight the imprisoned asshole who becomes Demise like 3 times. And like I was not looking forward to those each time you beat a dungeon. So yeah, it wasn't always good. But the side quests were really fun, if I remember right. Like there's a whole quest line with the shopkeeper girl. There's a quest line with like I think Beetle has a quest. There's a quest where if you go to the Sky Island with like the pumpkin cafe, and you break the chandelier, you get like stuck having to pay that off. But it doesn't lock you into it. It's just like a thing to remember to go back and pay off, and you can make the cafe nicer. You get rewards from that, and then you know it's fun. But then I'm going off on a tangent, of course, but oh, you knocked off my item. How dare you? But the payoff for doing those is lame, because every time you help somebody, you get a gratitude crystal. And there's a guy who needs you to get all the gratitude crystals. And he's like this big cartoon demon guy. And you get them all, and the reward is like the reward is like some material or rupees or something lame like that, and it's like, oh, I thought this would have been a secret boss, but he's just a guy who needs you to help everybody because it's the nice thing to do. And I was like, oh, that's lame. But yeah, I tried playing Nier Automata, and it got me back into that rhythm of like, oh, I want to go over here. Oh, you can't be here. Oh, I want to do some of the side quests. Oh, you need, in like finding objectives on the map where the side quests are is like kind of a pain, because it doesn't show you exactly where it is on the map. There's just this big red like area that you're supposed to investigate, but it's like not pinpoint specific on the map. It's just like a giant red circle. So it's like, where am I supposed to be looking? Like, where exactly is this? And it's one of those maps where it has like elevation on it. So when you go to the spot on the map, it could be above you, it could be below you, and it's like, where the fuck is any of this? And then to the point where it's just like, I give up. Like, I tried doing one of the ones near the resistance camp, and it's like, oh, this objective is like way below the surface. It's like, okay, how do I get down there? So I try to go find like an elevator or something, and there's no entry. And I'm like, what the fuck, where is it? So I give up. I just go back to the main quest. So like, I'm hoping to get like better, stronger items from these or something. But it's just, they aren't fun to do, and I don't know. And Breath of the Wild, not Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom was coming out in like 2 weeks from then when I was picking it back up. So I was just like, I don't need another open world game right now. I'm about to play one later. I just didn't want to get sucked into that again right away. So yeah, I'm burnt out on open world. And that's why I like roguelites, because they're designed to be straight lines, and they actually have branching paths, so they're not like completely linear. So, and they're fun to replay again and again because you can do a different way. And I just spend more time doing that kind of stuff. And you know, I'm still like the occasional like 3D action platformer like Kingdom Hearts or Psychonauts or something. Not quite open world, but some, you know what I mean. And like Phoenix Rising really just soured me on the whole genre of open world, so I don't care anymore. Oh, you better not make me put cut on somebody. Oh, who's here? I never looked at who's here. Oh, Absol. Like, there's a lot of dark types early on, I'm noticing. There's Crocodile, Scraggy, this guy. There's Zorua. There's a cat, the dark type leopard thing. There's Poniard. There's a lot of dark types. I'm trying to find like more water types in flying types. Yeah, you just kind of starved for those for a while. And then the only fire type I think you can get like up to now is like Magmar. Back before the poison gym, there's a patch of grass where you can get Magnemite and Magmar. Like, that's the only fire type you see for a while. And then the monkeys that they've given to you. It's just like, oh, this is not a trainer? Oh, what? Oh, here's a guy. Here's a water type. I'm not going to use him because he's lame. Okay, I found where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, that's enough of that talk about all the shit I was talking about. Apparently Swaldloon evolves with happiness and not at a level, so I don't know what I was doing, but it was going to take a long time for that to happen if I kept using the experience share. So they say you can just put a Pokemon at the front of the party if you want it to be happy. And it has to win a few battles before it's like satisfied with your training. So you know what? I think it's been having experience here long enough. It should evolve, like maybe after 1 or 2 battles. And in fact, I'm going to investigate this thing right here. It's Mantine. You know what? I'll use a Mantine. That sounds weird and stupid. Alright, let's hit it with something cool. Okay. Like, I think he'd be an interesting support Pokemon. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Mantine. And then take Azumarill out because it's lame. Oh, fuck. Come on. I want to have Mantine, like, actually. It'll be weird and cool. Oh, boy. Oh, wait. Let's use a cool Pokeball like this netball. Oh my god, what is wrong with this thing? Okay. 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 How about Bug Buzz? Whoa, the animation is so good. Like, the background was, like, really detailed for no reason. You know, that's a lot of the animations in this game. Like, they just pop out these big backgrounds. Like, whoa, wasn't expecting that. I think, like, Flare Blitz is probably the, like, most intense one in this game. Oh my god, dude. It's just fucking Mantine. Like, what's your problem? Oh, man. It made me use all my Pokeballs. Okay. Use Master Ball. No. Come on, just get caught. Just do it. Like, I've actually had better luck with fucking Virizion. I didn't have to restart or anything. Okay, Mantine, kite Pokemon. If it builds enough speed, it can fly over 300 feet. And you can ride it like a balloon. Give a nickname to Mantine. Manray. Where's the R? Manray with an exclamation point. Manray in the dirty bubble. Alright. We're gonna go into this cave. Oh, and then we're going to save. This guy doesn't want me to play the game. My Roggenrola and I have been waiting for a strong trainer. If you want to pass, you must beat. You must do my rock hard